Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I'm Mrs. Solution. My greetings to the chairman, the legal department, everyone across the globe. I'm Mrs. Solution. Okay, we, there are some certain things we cannot just close our eyes, our ears to, mostly when it have to do with the society at large, when it have to do with people that influence other people's life, either negatively or positively. And we, as it come up, we should always find a way to address the issue as ought to be. Zazu was able to meet up his bail condition yesterday, just like I was trying to analyze what is the possibility of his lawyers and family member putting more heads and hands together to ensure he comes out from um, out of the correctional center yesterday, or even before they take him out of that court yesterday. I I believe outside the effort of the police, of the lawyers rather, I believe the police also show some understanding to an extent, because just understand one thing, that if even police don't want you to come out from court after being charged to court, you may not still come out from court. I hope you understand. It's very, very possible. When I say possible, very, very possible. If they still want to charge you to court, and at the end you'll be able to meet up your bail condition, is determined on what they charged you with as well to the court before you are being granted bail. What the police charge you with is very, very important. It's necessary, and you should be very careful if you are dealing with them. The secondly depends on the kind of judge, the magistrate you may also meet in court. The magistrate or the judge, if it's someone that is full of his or her integrity, that you cannot toy with the person's integrity, and you cannot influence with anything, the judge may, because he or she understands the whole system, how Nigerian system is being run, and how some things happened between police, the society, and everything. We still have to take his or her time to study, listen to both parties, and know how to discretionally attend to the case. On that ground, it's at the discretion of the judge or the magistrate to give condition of the bail of whosoever the police charge to court. Yesterday, I know it's the step police took towards the issue of this Zazu. It should be a lesson to so many people, to the public, to the youth, to whosoever claim to be star and whatsoever, because anybody can say, I'm a star, I'm a superstar. Depends on what you do and how you tag yourself in quote as a star. What your star as social media star, public star, individual star, family star, anybody can be star, and you can be a superstar. There are some things that we need to understand in this scenario, this case. One, if police actually want to deal with Zazu, just like or they are after started again. If they are actually out to deal with him, neither to pull down his career and all that. This, don't forget that this is not the first time Zazu is having issue that attract and drag the attention of the police, even when the IG order for his arrest, when he made some flippy comments or statement on social media as regards to 1 million whatsoever then. But after some time, the whole issues die down like that. Not that it's above the law or he's feeding the police, or for whatever reason. No, they look into the matter and they just feel, okay, let's put this person on watch. And that should be the first, that is the right step police took so far as regard to that statement he made on social media, which truncates his career, that he did not know that so many television station, local television station, drop his videos that they were playing because of one thing. It's just a simple statement. One, we should be careful of what we do in the public. We should be careful of what we say in the public. We should be mindful of our statement and how we influence people in the public. Because Zazu is an up, young, growing artist that just blow overnight. He just blew overnight. And so many children, youths are looking up to him. Some want to be like him. Some parents will not want them to go along that way, because having money is not the issue. You can have money, but is the money, are you under the control of the money, or the money controls you? Having the money, are you in a stage where you can actually think of your future, of how to maintain the status quo of where you stand, or you don't care even if you are crashing down or the career can die any moment? The police did that because, one, Zazu have right to have said, no, I cannot go on with the police, or I cannot agree to your arrest. One, because you have no means of identity, or because you came on a mufti, or because there was no letter of, what is it called, warrant of arrest showed to me and all that. He have his right to have said that if at all the police went there without warrant of arrest and all that, or showing an ID card or having a uniform, because of who he is. Outside being a popular young artist, he also have won issues with his cliques, with his and all that here and there. So he should be careful about himself, or who may want to come up to feel introduce his or herself as a police and all that. But nevertheless, on another thing again, going to the extent of having physical confrontation with the police. One thing we Nigerians would don't understand. Do you know that even if you committed crime, that honorably following police, or agreeing to the invitation of police, or presenting yourself at the police station whenever you are being invited, is more honorable, and police will always, like 60 to 70%, give you chance, that room to express yourself, explain yourself, and sit to have a negotiation table before anything is being, any other step can be taken up. But in most cases, we feel attacking police, refusing arrest, refusing invitation shows that you are good, or you have the authority or the man. No, irrespective of your class in the public or in the society, you'll be highly respected when you honor police invitation, either by invitation letter, or they visited your office and you are being invited. Okay, there's no problem. I'll go with you, but can I communicate with my lawyer to be with me, or to go along with us? Okay, there's no problem. But do you know, before police come for the physical arrest, either the complaint a person laid against you is more incriminating and indicting, other than a former complaint or business transaction, or breach of trust, or breach of contract, or any other civil matter. On a civil matter, police may not come immediately to come and enforce arrest on you. They will have to send you an invitation letter, a formal invitation letter, inviting you. And on that invitation letter, it's not really necessary that the complainant name will be stated there. They will expect you to come to the department, or you can call the number inscribed on the invitation letter, who you are to meet, the officer or the department you are to meet. If such letter is given to you, quietly call the number. If you cannot be available on the date given to you, you still reserve the right. Call the number on your invitation letter. Let the person know, the officer know that you cannot be available on that date. Then give a new date that is convenient for the person. And that shouldn't be on the date of your invitation. You can do that prior to that day, a day or two to that date to inform the police, because the complainant may likely supposed to be there. The police ought to inform the complainant if he or she have to be there, so that both of you will be listened to. We will not go there because time will be there where we'll discuss all that and enlighten some of you in the public. But my peaceful advice is very, very proper, very necessary, that no matter your level, if you have been invited at the police station, try as much as possible to make the whole matter civil, peaceful, other than blowing it to the air. One, I also appreciate him for providing himself at the police station on Friday, because of course he was not arrested. From the look of the whole thing, he was given 72 hours and he presented himself at that place. If he was arrested, or maybe they felt arrest, the way they present him and all that, I don't think that is the way everybody would be moving, and he would just be cracking his normal jokes going there. Is good. Whosoever advised him to submit himself there also did the right thing. Another thing is this: releasing him that yesterday, one, is a collaboration of the police and also the courts for giving him, because if a prosecutor don't want you to come out from prison, my dear, there must be a need for the prosecutor to go investigate the properties, investigate the surety's house and everything, to be sure if the documents or whatever they present in courts are really genuine or not. So, given the condition that his sureties must have a property within the court premises, is also one. It might be a difficult condition because he may not have known anybody around that place. Two, it will be another good landing, um, soft landing for him, because his family can easily pave their way around the court to actually speak to any landlord. Of course, they know he cannot escape, he can't run because of anything, so they can easily find their way out, and it will be easy for the prosecutor to feel, okay, let me go there and inquire about the property document presented by the landlords and all that before the judge vacates his or her seat by 4 o'clock or thereabouts. So I believe the magistrates whatsoever did a perfect work and show mercy to him, no matter how anybody can read it from. It's not because he's too superior or anything, but both the magistrate and the police, they still show another concern. Possibly they also understand, yes, they were embarrassed by him, but having realized his mistake and all that and everything, because if you watch the video at the police station, you watch the way he was bending down, he was apologizing, he did not know this, he did not know that and all that. And someone that don't have control over what he does in the public, in the private, is another problem. This matter wouldn't have escalated to that, but I still believe, even though the case is in court, they can still settle amicably, withdraw the case, and also settle peacefully within themselves and the police, and even his boy or his friend that he claimed to have beaten or seized his property for whatever reason. Another thing that you need to point out to Zazu is this: Burna Boy mother is to be his manager. By now, Zazu supposed to have find somebody, an intelligent lawyer, one that will be his legal advisor. Because you cannot be on social media, you can't call yourself a star, and you will not be guided legally when you are doing things. One, because nobody is above the law. Number two, Zazu is still very young, that he would not listen to his father. The father is also a young person compared to, the video we were seeing yesterday, the father is not aged. So no matter the level of Zazu money he has gotten for whatever reason, at least he should be able to listen to his father peaceful elderly advice. It's not everything he should take up to social media and be doing or beating people, post it on social media and all that. A case of assault is not a civil matter. And that is what they should let him know. And they should let to have a good manager. Having somebody that will manage you. There are so many people that have worse character than that young guy. There are people that have management problem like Zazu. But once they have a manager, the duty of your manager is to manage you. Try to manage your way of of behavior in the public. Try to manage your character. Try to manage when you want to speak and everything. Try to manage your action and all that per time. But when you have no manager, you manage yourself, whereas you don't have the ability to manage yourself properly, problem is going to be enrolling every moment of the day. So please, um, I would want to talk with Zazu lawyer and the father. And any of you that have such information, you can send it to me on 080-330-24550. We actually contacted some of our lawyers yesterday to go to the prison before we're told he has been released that same yesterday. He needs to be guided. He needs to be advised. He needs to have good manager that will manage his behavior, manage his action, manage his way of resources as well. He have talent, but he needs to go far in life. So many young guys are looking up to him, and if police allow him to just go scot-free after all this display and all that here and there, I believe others will still do worse, and they will make reference to his character. When Zazu did this, what did police do? So we don't want such in our society. So it is better and it is right they call him back to order. It's very good and very nice that police call him to order. At least he said he learned lesson. And another mistake also, another mistake that he came out. Appreciating your lawyer. Yes, it's good you appreciate your lawyer because they are one of they stood by you with the money you paid them to bring you. But just imagine the crowds of people. Some old women were saying they are crying, the court stressing. Then the people that are glued to the windows and doors in the court and all that. That shows that people are not there because they want to mock you. They are not there because they want you to go to prison. They are there because they feel they are there because they are your fans. And for whatever reason, if you feel they are mock you and all that, if they leave their work to have to gather the whole community and vicinity to hang around, were chanting when they were taking you around, because keep the mind that you appreciate your fans. At least is why did they come without warrant of arrest and everything? Next. Sorry, actually, and you should be kind enough to say thank you to your fans. You are not feeding them. You are not clothing them. They are not living at your expenses. At your own expense, that no one is living on you. So when you have fans, your fans there should be because you are earning from them. If you walk out of your house and nobody says Zazu, you are nobody. You call yourself a superstar. Who make you the superstar? Your fans. Who make people to see you on the streets? Their fans. So if you say thank you to your family, thank you to your family, you say thank you to your fans because they make you the star. You cannot be star just within the what is it called, within your family alone. How many are your family? You can be the star between them, but you cannot be superstar outside your fans. So as you step out of the place, well, you will still thank police for showing understanding. Then you thank your fans for being there for you. Even if they are there to mock you, for the fact that they gather that way, you should appreciate that they are there because they care for you. You show them that understanding and that appreciation, that respect, right? Yeah. And the the numbers of the security personnel you see yesterday in the Western world is like that. Once somebody is a superstar, and don't be surprised that if they don't do that as well, something else would have happened, because the crowd of people that were in that court, they, of course, they may think something else will happen. Either they want to snatch him and run away, but if they do that, they will end him in more trouble, because he cannot run away as a career person. He can't run away, can't run out, run out of his shadow or whatsoever. So if they attempt that, it will become more catastrophic for him. But in a situation like that, that is how anybody that is being called star, if they are being taken to court for whatever reason, you see different, you see police, numbers of police that have to go with the person to the police to avoid any attack or any other thing, to save situation. And it could still be in the court premises until they make that bail condition, while the court was still, courts have not, it's not the closing hour, but probably maybe the cases they have that day, the magistrates have attended to, but there's no how that the magistrate will not still sign whatsoever. So thank you for being released yesterday. Thank God for the intervention of everybody and all that. But please, be calm now. Organize yourself the more. You have a big dream to achieve. Don't let arrogancy, proud, ego, and all sorts to pull you down, because so many youths are looking up to you. And as a role model, they should learn from you, and they should learn in a better way. They should not learn wrong thing from you. When they are growing up and they want to see you as their role model, then be their role model in a positive way. Let no youth be rude, be arrogant, feel is on top, and mentioning every personality as if anything is beyond anybody is beyond the law. If we say Nigeria is a lawless country, I believe law can work in another place. And we're also condemning, so that if they are using one person, they should not use only one person. If they use it as a deterrent to other, then the law should affect everybody, irrespective of whomever your class of person you are. So thank you very much for being with us. God bless you. Though I know that network really disturbed, but at least I passed my message. Have a good night.